Hello everybody, my name is Cecilia and welcome to this video in which we will be discussing word order in questions. First, a quick introduction. There are mainly two different kinds of questions in English. The ones that do start with WH word and the ones that do not start with WH word. If the question doesn't start with WH word, let's remember that WH word can either be what, who, where, when, and so on. So if the question does not start with that, the answer is always gonna be either yes or no. For example, are you hungry? The answer is either yes or no. For example, do you live with your parents? The answer is either yes or no. No other possibility. And whenever a question do start with WH word, the answer is gonna be open. You will need to give some kind of specific kind of answer, not just yes or no. For example, what was that noise? You cannot say yes or no. You need to explain what that noise was. For example, what did they talk about? You need to say what the topics were. You cannot say just yes or no. But besides this category, there's another distinction. And that distinction is whether a question is using verb to be or a modal verb or an auxiliary verb at the beginning. Whenever the verb is to be, let's remember that to be in Spanish means either ser or estar, and it can be conjugated as am, is, are, was, were, and three other different forms. Whenever the sentence has that verb, we will just invert the order. So we're gonna put first the verb to be, then the subject, and then whatever comes next. If we are using a modal verb, the same is gonna happen. Let's remember that modal verbs are, for example, can, could, will, would, must, and so on. What we're gonna do here, we're just gonna invert the order. First, we're gonna put the modal verb, then the subject, and then the main verb in its infinitive form. The modal verb, subject, and then infinitive. So this is one way of making sentences in English. Let's listen and pay attention to the examples.
Are you hungry?
Is there a bank near here?
Can I sit here?
What was that noise?
Where were you born?
However, some sentences do not have neither verb to be nor a modal verb. If this is the case, then we will need an auxiliary verb. Auxiliaries can be either do, does, or did. And please remember that whenever we use an auxiliary verb, the main verb also goes in its infinitive form. If that is the case, the formula we will be using is the following. First the auxiliary, then the subject, and then the main verb in its infinitive form. So now let's listen and pay attention to the examples.
Do you live with your parents?
Did you have a holiday last year?
Where does your sister work?
When did you start studying English?
What did they talk about?
So beautiful people, that was it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have found it useful. And if you still have doubts, please remember to discuss them with your teacher during the class. And remember also that in the next video, there will be some exercises for you to do. So once again, thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye!